Welcome back to American Muscle. For months now, the bodybuilding world has been waiting to see Musclemania. Those that were in Chicago for the first Musclemania still haven't caught their breath yet. John Kovic fills us in on the most exciting bodybuilding event to hit the scene in years.
It was probably the nicest weather Chicago had all summer, balmy and breezy. It was also a perfect day for the greatest amateur contest to hit Chicagoland in years. The excitement was in the air for an awesome collection of bodybuilders, coupled with the flashiest stage ever seen at a muscle show, and lighting effects rivaled only by a Madonna concert. It was a thrilling night for the muscle maniacs of the Midwest. Take the teenage 18 to 19-year-old class. In third was a former teenage Mr. Iowa winner, John Carnathan from Rock Island, Illinois. At 5'9" and weighing 170 pounds, John's a powerful teen with a dynamic routine that helped get the night off to a great start. Then, in second place, was an even bigger teen who weighed in at 195 pounds. Eric Sandstrom from Northbrook, Illinois, got some great training advice from a super hardcore club called Jaegers. They produce many of the area's champions, and Eric is headed to become another of their claims to fame. The giant of the teen class was 6-foot Lamar Goodwin from Toledo, Ohio. The 6-hour drive didn't seem to impede this 230-pound sensation, who was just as conditioned as any of the open-level contestants. Lamar's 27-inch waist helped give him an hourglass illusion like no teenager we've ever seen in competition. Lamar's hopes are to become a professional in the sport, and with more wins like this victory, it won't be long. Winning the men's bantamweight class was a major title holder from Indianapolis. Andre Creighton has won the natural Indiana state title, but could stand to add a few more pounds since he weighed only 135 and stands over 5'7". The lightweight decision was unanimous for William Franklin from Chicago, but he too could stand to put more muscle on his 5'9" frame. Now to the middleweights, where a tremendous group of bodybuilders would have dominated even at the USA. Take third place finisher Jim Zivot from the Chicago Health Club. Although a little on the thin side, Jim had etched cuts like most pros and clean, symmetrical lines that most bodybuilders strive to achieve. Sweeping the middleweight class was a striking bodybuilder from Montreal, Quebec, who just happened to be working in the States for the summer. Yves Montmarquette, an amazing 5'4", 168-pounder, had evenly developed muscle, chiseled cuts, and a captivating posing routine. This former Mr. Montreal winner has continued to win despite moving up a weight class since his last win just 4 months ago. This was one contestant who really seemed to get into the concert-like lighting at Musclemania, turning the crowd on with every pose. The light heavyweight class was packed with talent, including third place Tom Long from Toledo. Tom's intensity in the gym seemed to be only outdone by his excitement on stage. Tom won last year's middleweight class at the Ohio State Championship, but decided to move up a class for Musclemania. He's got great legs, and with added size on his arms and back, will be a threat in and outside of Ohio in the future. Another Buckeye bodybuilder was the stunning Jeff Mulheim, who started lifting as a private in the Marine Corps. Jeff seems to improve every year. At 5'5", he weighed in at 190 pounds with powerful 19-inch guns and full, thick legs. Jeff trains with WBF superstar David Durth, so intensity is something that has been instilled in this promising muscleman. Look for Jeff to step on stage next year at nothing under 198. Winning the light heavyweight class was an Illinois native who moved to California, started training, and became a bodyguard. Frank Alexander probably had the best combination of size and symmetry, standing 5'9" and tipping the scale at 198. Frank flew home especially so that his mom could see him compete, and did his family get into the action. Frank trains in Orange County, California, a favorite preparation ground for many national and professional level bodybuilders like Sean Ray, J.J. Marsh, Troy Zucolato, and most of the L.A. area's rising amateur stars. That's probably why nobody in Chicagoland knew who Frank was. Well, they sure do now. But watch out, Frank. Here come the heavyweights. Placing second was a ripped 5'10", 223-pound health club owner from Fort Wayne, Indiana. Darren Salmons was a relative unknown to the mixed state judging panel. He's trained consistently for nearly 10 years, and he takes great pride in being able to apply his work with his favorite pastime. But good size and shape just wasn't enough when it came time to pose against a massive Goliath from Columbus, Ohio. Ohio State champion Mike Francis totally dominated the stage with his 5'8", 235-pound physique, certainly intimidating a few of the other bodybuilders backstage. But Mike actually is one of the most soft-spoken musclemen you'll ever meet. The former seminary student sports as great a set of quads as you'll see even on a pro level. And arms, just look at those things, over 22 inches. Not only did Mike win the heavies, but he clobbered the other weight class winners to win the first Chicago Musclemania. It was an electrifying victory for Mike and was truly an experience for every one of the bodybuilders stepping on stage at Musclemania. The grandeur of a professional stage, sensational lighting, and surround audio effects is a welcome change for amateur bodybuilding. It was a precedent-setting event, and for the better. As one contestant put it at the end of the evening, I felt like a star. For American Muscle, I'm John Kobe.
With more of these Musclemanias coming up, they're certain to establish a precedent for bodybuilding competitions in the years to come.